On a bright, sunny day at school, Jinhu carefully places his books inside his locker. The hallways buzz with energy as students chatter and move about. His friends suddenly approach, their voices loud with excitement. Friend 1 calls out to Jinhu with enthusiasm. He suggests they head out to play some pool since they have time before the freshman welcome party. Jinhu pauses, surprised by the mention of the event. Jinhu scratches his head, trying to recall the welcome party. He vaguely remembers it now, but explains he can't join them. He has another commitment today. Friend 1 narrows his eyes, teasing Jinhu for acting mysterious. It's Friday night, after all, and skipping out seems unusual. Friend 2 chimes in, jokingly asking if Jinhu has a secret sweetheart. Jinhu's face turns red as he stammers a denial. He insists he's just busy tutoring some kids to help pay his tuition. His friends groan, disappointed by his excuse. Suddenly, Yubin, Jinhu's female friend, appears nearby. She greets him casually, but Jinhu jumps, startled by her presence. Yubin raises an eyebrow, wondering why he's so surprised to see her. Jinhu fumbles his words, trying to cover his nervousness. Yubin repeats her question, asking if he's tutoring today. She thought she knew his schedule, but seems unsure now. Jinhu explains he's taken on a new student today. He needs the extra work to cover school costs. His thoughts wander briefly, noticing Yubin's appearance, but he quickly shakes it off. His friends tease him again, urging him to relax and have fun. They lament that he'll miss out on seeing the new freshman at the party. Friend 1 chuckles, saying Jinhu probably wanted to check out the new students too. Yubin defends Jinhu, saying he's not like them. Friend 2 laughs, insisting Jinhu's still a guy with the same interests. The group erupts into playful banter as the hallway fills with laughter. Yubin shrugs off the teasing with a casual wave. She mentions grabbing an extra coffee can from a convenience store sale. Handing it to Jinhu, she says it'll help him stay energized for his tutoring session. Jinhu accepts the coffee can with a shy smile. He apologizes for not having anything to give in return. His nervous laugh echoes in the hallway. Yubin brushes off his concern with a playful smirk. She suggests he could repay her by tutoring her sometime. Her tone is light, but curious. Jinhu's eyes widened in surprise. He asks what she'd need tutoring in. His mind drifts, imagining playing video games like Valorant with her while teaching. Yubin snaps her fingers, pulling him back to reality. She questions why he's zoning out. Jinhu stammers, embarrassed by his daydream. He quickly dismisses it as nothing, his face flushing. Muttering about his tutoring session starting soon, he prepares to leave. Yubin watches him with an amused grin. His friends call out, wishing him luck with a teasing tone. They joke about enjoying the freshman party and meeting new people. Jinhu thanks Yubin for the coffee before heading off alone. As Jinhu walks, his thoughts swirl. Chatting with girls always leaves him drained. He admits to himself he's curious about romance, just like any guy. But deep down, girls make him nervous. Memories of being teased by girls in high school flood back. Those were tough, lonely days for him. Nightmares from that time still haunt him. Thankfully, his good grades helped him get into a top university. Despite leaving the past behind, he still gets sweaty and anxious around girls. Jinhu wonders if he'll ever feel confident enough to get close to someone in college. His steps slow as he ponders his fears. The coffee can in his hand feels like a small comfort. Meanwhile, Yejin, the girl Jinhu will tutor, sweats through a workout alone in her room. She finishes, feeling a pang of jealousy. Her friends have workout buddies, but she's on her own. Her phone rings suddenly, startling her. It's her mom, reminding her that her tutor arrives in 30 minutes. She urges Yejin to get ready and come downstairs to greet him. Yejin hangs up with a sigh. She grumbles to herself about not wanting a tutor. The stress of preparing for her third college entrance exam is already overwhelming. She thinks about her friends using dating apps and having fun. Yejin feels left out, wishing she could find a close companion. Her thoughts spiral as she vents her frustration. Jinhu arrives at Yejin's house, awestruck by its grandeur. The luxurious design, inside and out, screams wealth. He steps inside, marveling at the elegant decor. Yejin's mom welcomes him warmly, offering tea. She mentions hearing great things about his tutoring from other parents. She praises his skills despite his young age. Jinhu blushes, deflecting the compliments. He credits his students' hard work for their success. His humility shines through as he smiles nervously. Yejin's mom beams, noting how Jinhu helped a student get into a top university last year. She expresses deep gratitude for him taking on her child. Jinhu laughs awkwardly, feeling a mix of pride and embarrassment. He reflects quietly, enjoying the appreciation for his part-time tutoring job. It helps pay his tuition, but the praise feels rewarding. Yejin's mom wonders why her daughter is taking so long to come downstairs. She apologizes, suggesting Yejin might be shy. She promises to fetch her quickly. Jinhu nods, still processing the warm welcome. He asks if she has a daughter, surprised by the mention. Yejin's mom confirms, saying Yejin is beautiful and resembles her. She excuses herself to bring Yejin down. Jinhoo's face reddens as he panics internally. He didn't know his new student would be a girl. All his previous students were boys, and the thought unnerves him. He tries to calm himself, reasoning that this is a great opportunity. Yejin, coming from a wealthy family, must be polite and refined. He imagines she'll be different from the girls who intimidate him. Jinhoo daydreams about tutoring her successfully. If she gets into a top university, their connection might grow into something special. His hopes rise as he waits nervously at the dining table. Yejin's mom returns, guiding her daughter into the room. She playfully scolds Yejin for not being fully dressed, despite her instructions. Yejin rolls her eyes, defending herself. She points out that she got ready anyway. Her tone carries a hint of defiance. Her mom sighs, wishing Yejin had chosen a more proper outfit. She remarks on the importance of a good first impression. Yejin shrugs, clearly unbothered by the comment. Yejin mutters that she doesn't even want a tutor. Her reluctance hangs in the air. She crosses her arms, looking away. Suddenly, Yejin and Jinhoo lock eyes. Both freeze, surprised to see each other. The room grows quiet as recognition dawns on their faces. Jinhoo's mind races as he stares at Yejin. A flashback grips him, pulling him back to high school. Yejin was a notorious troublemaker, so infamous that even teachers avoided confronting her. Jinhoo remembers being stuck in her class. He was forced to do her chores, complete her homework, carry her things, and run her errands. Fear of her retaliation kept him from saying no. Those 3 years in high school felt endless. When they finally ended, Jinhoo earned a spot at S University, one of the country's best. He thought his nightmare days were over. Now, sitting across from Yejin and her mom, reality sinks in. Yejin's mom smiles, calling her daughter pretty. She admits Yejin struggles with studying and hopes Jinhoo can help her get into a Seoul college. Jinhoo's thoughts spin. He recognizes Yejin as the infamous Lim Yejin. He wonders why someone like her needs tutoring. After tea, Yejin's mom leads them to Yejin's study room. She proudly notes its soundproofing, designed for focused studying. She leaves them alone to talk. Jinhoo fidgets, unsure where to begin. He hesitantly asks if Yejin is Lim Yejin from XX High. His voice trembles slightly. Yejin snaps, denying she knows the name. Jinhoo points out her mom called her that. He sighs, realizing it's really her. He blurts out a question about why she's retaking the college entrance exam for the 3rd time. Yejin glares, angrily explaining that no university accepted her. Her frustration fills the room. Jinhoo quickly apologizes, his face red. He's not surprised by her answer. His mind drifts back to high school, recalling her behavior. Yejin often napped in class or skipped it entirely. She'd rally friends for karaoke or to hang out after school. Her carefree attitude clashed with academic expectations. Jinhoo realizes her parents still want her to attend college. He feels the weight of this tutoring challenge. Yejin narrows her eyes at Jinhoo. She asks why he's here, her voice dripping with doubt. Her mom raved about a brilliant tutor, but she can't believe it's him. Jinhoo grins nervously and pulls out his ID card. He proudly shows it's from S University. The card gleams as proof of his achievement. Yejin's jaw drops in shock. She complains about wasting her youth while he's at a top university. She calls it unfair, her voice rising. Jinhoo retorts that she didn't study, so she can't blame anyone else. Yejin snaps back, saying she doesn't want to study. She hurls the word loser at him. Jinhoo bristles, telling her to stop calling him that. Yejin smirks, teasingly repeating loser louder and longer. The room crackles with tension. Silence falls as they glare at each other. Yejin notes that Jinhoo has changed, able to meet her gaze now. She reminds him he couldn't do that in high school. Jinhoo huffs, saying that was years ago. He insists he's not the same timid Jinhoo from back then. His voice carries newfound confidence. Yejin leans in, teasing that he was her errand boy in high school. Suddenly, she turns to her bed, rummaging for something. She tells Jinhoo to wait a moment. Jinhoo blinks, confused by her sudden action. He asks what she's doing, but she snaps at him to be quiet. Her focus is intense as she searches. Jinhoo's thoughts wander as he watches her. He admits she hasn't changed much since high school, but he corrects himself, noting she's even more striking now. Yejin suddenly exclaims that she found it. She holds up her phone triumphantly. Jinhoo flinches, startled by her outburst. He nervously asks what she found. Yejin holds up her phone, showing Jinhoo an old photo. She says it's from her old social media account. The picture captures a humiliating moment from high school. It's a commemorative shot after they forced Jinhoo to set up a tent using their feet. Yejin mocks him, saying he got all flustered back then. She teases that she could post it online. She imagines the photo spreading like wildfire. The headline would scream about the shocking past of an S University student. Yejin smirks, telling Jinhoo to kneel if he wants to avoid that. Jinhoo's face pales and he drops to his knees. Yejin laughs, saying this is the Jinhoo she remembers. She scolds him for acting superior just because he attends a top school. She accuses him of pitying her. Jinhoo stammers an apology, his voice shaky. He begs for her forgiveness. Yejin leans closer, saying a simple apology isn't enough. She asks how he'll make up for hurting her feelings. Her teasing tone brings up the old high school incident again. She prods further, joking about his reaction back then. Yejin's teasing intensifies, catching Jinhoo off guard. Her words leave him flustered and speechless. Suddenly, Yejin offers to delete the photo. Jinhoo's eyes widened in hope. He asks if she's serious, barely believing her. Yejin nods but says there's one condition. Jinhoo eagerly agrees to do anything. His desperation is clear as he waits for her terms. Yejin pauses, then grins. She tells him to work out with her, then started a workout session. After their workout, Yejin wipes her brow and tells Jinhoo to open the windows. She wants the room to air out. Her tone is sharp but casual. Jinhoo hurries to follow her instructions. He kneels afterward, his thoughts spiraling. He silently mourns the end of his tutoring career, feeling defeated. Yejin breaks the silence, asking how often he'll come to tutor her. Jinhoo looks confused, jokingly asking if she means visiting him in jail. He misunderstands her completely. Yejin rolls her eyes, calling him a dimwit. She clarifies she's talking about tutoring sessions. She suggests he come twice a week. Jinhoo hesitates, unsure if he can commit. Yejin says there are two conditions. Jinhoo echoes her words, puzzled by what she means. Yejin explains she doesn't want to study. The tutoring was her mom's idea, not hers. She proposes they just hang out to pass the time. She suggests they fake the tutoring to keep her mom happy. Jinhoo would earn easy money, and she'd avoid studying. She calls it a win-win deal. Jinhoo shakes his head, rejecting the idea. He can't agree to slack off. His reputation as a tutor depends on results. He explains that if her grades don't improve, he'll get fired. It's not a win-win for him. Yejin looks annoyed, asking why he's so stubborn. Jinhoo suggests she find another tutor. He thinks she'd be uncomfortable learning from him anyway. He offers to introduce her to his senior, a great teacher. Yejin's thoughts churn as she glares at Jinhoo. She didn't consider he might suggest another tutor. She huffs, determined not to study. She recalls how she didn't care when other tutors got fired. But with Jinhoo, it's different. She enjoys having him around. His presence excites her in a way she can't ignore. Yejin relents, saying she'll study to keep him as her tutor. She asks if that makes him happy, her tone half-grudging. She promises to try her best. Jinhoo looks skeptical, doubting her sincerity. Yejin insists she'll study, but adds her second condition. She wants to work out together every time he visits. Both blush at her words. Caught off guard, Jinhoo stammers, confused by her meaning. Yejin clarifies with a bold grin, teasing that she wants him as her workout buddy. She jokes he should be grateful for the chance. Jinhoo's mind races, wondering what she's scheming. He hesitates, unsure how to respond. Yejin's tone shifts, threatening to tell her mom he misbehaved if he refuses. She says it would ruin his reputation as a tutor. Jinhoo's face pales at the thought. Reluctantly, he agrees to her terms. He feels cornered but has no choice. Yejin smirks, pleased with her victory. The next day, Jinhoo arrives at Yejin's house for their tutoring session. He pauses outside, reflecting on her strange offer. He accepted, so he has to show up. Yejin's mom opens the door, greeting him warmly. She notes the hot weather and offers a cold drink. Her kindness contrasts with Jinhoo's nervous mood. Jinhoo politely declines the drink. He asks where Yejin is, eager to get started. Yejin's mom tells Jinhoo that Yejin is in her room. She mentions telling Yejin to come down and greet him, but she didn't listen. She laughs lightly at her daughter's stubbornness. She adds that Jinhoo is luckier than past tutors. Yejin was never home for them, but she's cooperative with him. She wonders what Yejin likes about him, calling her daughter difficult. Suddenly, Yejin's mom leans closer to Jinhoo. He stammers, startled by her closeness. She playfully suggests they go to her room, saying Yejin told her everything and he can show her too. Jinhoo's mind spins, imagining a workout with her. The scene feels vivid until her voice snaps him back to reality. She asks why he zoned out, looking concerned. Jinhoo blinks, assuring her it's nothing. His thoughts race, wondering if she knows about his deal with Yejin. Guilt gnaws at him as he tries to stay calm. Yejin's mom knocks on Yejin's door, calling for her to open it. She remembers the room is soundproof and laughs at her mistake. She tells Jinhoo to go inside, assuming Yejin heard the knock. Jinhoo nods and enters the room cautiously. He calls out to Yejin, asking if she's there. He spots her by the window, staring at something outside. He wonders what she's doing, his curiosity piqued. Jinhoo calls her over to start their tutoring session. Yejin turns, mentioning she took a test yesterday and wants him to see the results. Jinhoo assumes it's a pop quiz or part of her SAT prep program. He jokingly asks to see how badly she did. He expects a low score, given her attitude towards studying. Yejin pulls out a small device instead, grinning mischievously. She announces she aced a pregnancy test. Her words hang in the air, shocking Jinhoo. Yejin grins mischievously, holding up the test kit. She asks if Jinhoo will take responsibility, calling him daddy in a teasing tone. Her eyes sparkle with playful malice. Jinhoo's mind spirals in panic. He recalls their recent workout, wondering if it's possible. Thoughts of becoming a dad, mortgages, and childcare costs overwhelm him. His life flashes before his eyes. Suddenly, Yejin bursts into laughter, revealing it's a prank. She holds up a fake test kit, calling him a dummy. She points out it's only been days since their workout. A real test wouldn't show results so soon. She questions if he's really an S university student. Jin-hoo trembles with anger, calling her out for the trick. He demands to know where she got the fake kit. His voice shakes with frustration. Yejin shrugs, saying, "Where there's a will, there's a way." She warns him to think twice before getting too close during workouts. She's prepared a solution to avoid future scares. Yejin pulls out a pack of protective gear, calling them her magical tools. Jinhoo stammers, recognizing them as safety wraps. His face turns red at the sight. She reminds him of their deal to work out during his visits. Yejin urges him to get ready, her tone bold and teasing. Jinhoo's eyes widened in shock. He protests, insisting it's the first day of tutoring. He suggests they focus on studying first. Yejin hisses, annoyed that he'd choose books over her offer. She questions what's wrong with him, clearly frustrated. Jinhoo stands firm, saying he'll get fired if her grades don't improve. He tells her to grab her textbook. Reluctantly, they begin studying. After a while, Jinhoo assigns her 10 questions to solve. He encourages her to ask if she has any doubts. Yejin stares blankly at her textbook, her mind elsewhere. She thinks Jinhoo's focus on studying is lame. She refuses to beg for his attention, valuing her pride. An idea sparks in her head. She asks Jinhoo to explain a sentence, leaning close to the book. Her voice is sweet, but her intent is playful. Jinhoo looks over, asking which sentence she means. Yejin points to a line, inching closer to him. She pretends to struggle with the concept. He explains that on is a preposition in the sentence. Yejin feigns confusion, asking where it is. She leans even closer, pressing against him lightly. She asks if it's here or there, her tone teasing. Jinhoo squirms, saying her hair keeps tickling him. He asks her to move back a bit. Yejin apologizes with a sly smile. She pulls out a rubber band and ties her hair up. She says it won't bother him now, her eyes gleaming mischievously. Jinhoo's thoughts race as he feels her closeness. The girl he couldn't even look at in high school is now inches away. Her every breath and faint, pleasant scent distract him. He tries to focus, but it's hard. The situation feels surreal, almost funny, yet it stirs something in him, making him uneasy. Suddenly, Yejin says she dropped her pen. She asks Jinhoo to pick it up, claiming it rolled away. Her tone is casual but demanding. Jinhoo points out she can use her own hands. Yejin insists she's busy with a problem. She pokes him with her eraser, urging him to do it. Jinhoo sighs, giving in. He asks her to stop poking him. He leans down to grab the pen, feeling her gaze on him. Jinhoo leans down to grab the pen, his thoughts swirling. Yejin's fiery attitude hasn't changed since high school. Her pretty face hides a tough personality. Under the table, he spots Yejin holding the safety wraps. His eyes widen at the sight. She's toying with him again. Yejin teases, asking what's wrong. She urges him to pick up the pen, saying she can't write without it. With a sly grin, she asks if he found something more interesting down there. Jinhoo's face flushes, caught off guard by her boldness. After her teasing, they shift to their workout session. The air grows warm with their activity. Suddenly, Yejin's mom calls from the door. She announces she brought drinks for them. Her cheerful voice breaks the moment. Yejin and Jinhoo freeze, startled by her arrival. Yejin's mom steps into the room, carrying drinks. She looks around, surprised to see only Jinhoo. She asks where Yejin is, her voice tinged with concern. Jinhoo stammers, saying Yejin stepped out for fresh air. He laughs nervously, trying to cover the awkwardness. His hands fidget as he speaks. Yejin's mom sighs, disappointed but not surprised. She apologizes for Yejin's behavior, admitting she spoiled her as a child. She encourages Jinhoo to be firm with her. Jinhoo nods, agreeing hesitantly. Yejin's mom pauses, sniffing the air. She remarks that the room smells odd despite being cleaned recently. A loud noise echoes from downstairs, startling her. She remembers leaving the teapot on and excuses herself. She assures Jinhoo that Yejin will return soon, then hurries out. Jinhoo stands and pulls the blanket off the bed. Yejin is hiding underneath, curled up. He demands to know how long she plans to stay hidden. Yejin peeks out, asking if her mom is really gone. She sounds relieved but shaken. Jinhoo tells her to come down, his tone impatient. Yejin climbs out, complaining that she was too scared to breathe. She says her muscles feel stiff from staying still. She struggles to move, looking uncomfortable. Jinhoo thinks she'll recover soon enough. He reflects on how close they came to getting caught. His heart races from the scare of her mom's sudden arrival. His pulse still pounds, and he glances at Yejin. Something catches his attention, stirring his nerves. Without a word, they resume their workout. The next day, Jinhoo sits in class. lost in thought. He had been determined to focus on tutoring but gave in to Yejin's antics. Their workout session left him too drained to teach. He worries that continuing like this will get him fired. His mind races with guilt and frustration. He mutters to himself, unaware of his surroundings. Yubin approaches, noticing his distressed expression. She asks why he's talking to himself and looking so miserable. Jinhoo jumps, insisting it's nothing. Yubin shrugs and reminds him about the semester kickoff party. She urges him to hurry so they won't be late. Jinhoo's eyes widen, realizing he forgot another event. He recalls missing the freshman welcome party. Determined not to skip this one, he agrees to go. He forces a laugh, trying to hide his nerves. Later, Jinhoo and Yubin walk together toward the party. His thoughts buzz, feeling anxious walking beside her. Yubin's presence makes his heart race. Yubin casually asks about his tutoring sessions. She mentions his new student, curious about how it's going. Jinhoo brushes it off, saying he's only gone a couple of times. Yubin pauses, then asks if his new student is a girl. She leans closer, saying he smells like someone else. Her comment catches him off guard. Jinhoo's mind panics, wondering if she's picking up Yejin's scent. He questions if their workout could still linger on him.